जो मुझे लिखना है अपने आप आ जाएगा. I don't need to practice that much. And then I made the mistake in my GS1 paper, and I realized that it's not just about how much you know, but how much you can write within the given time frame. So it's very important that I think you need to strategize and think of a basic solution. Like, to every answer you need to have a basic structure. So you start with, say, the introduction. You want to start with a quote. You want to start with certain striking facts, and then you have the main body where you explain it. Please be very explanatory and analytical. Use a lot of facts, be analytical, and don't write too many long stories or anything. Just keep it short and brief, but explain every part properly. And if possible, you can highlight it also. You can have subheadings to highlight things, and you should have a very good conclusion. So in the main body, you put out pros and cons, you analyze it, and in the conclusion, you give, a balanced answer. Like, I would suggest that people give balanced answer instead of being extremes. I think that would be more helpful. But also keep this basic structure in mind, and try not to make each, sometimes we get excited and we see an answer and we think, I know so much of this. So you're right, you spend so many, say 20 minutes on this answer, and then you realize that you don't have enough time to write the other answers. So I made the mistake in my GS1 paper. I spent too much time writing a lot of things about 2-3 questions which I knew very well, and then I saw the time and I realized I didn't have much time to write the next year, the last 5-6 questions. So I lost quite a lot of marks in that. So my suggestion to everyone is that you need to practice, not just practice, but also look at the time and make sure that you finish it within the stipulated time, because nobody is going to give you extra time, and so you have to be very careful. That's why I think you really need to do this answer writing practice. And like I said, if you practice at least once or twice a week, you'll get the hang of it. And if you have this basic idea done using a lot of analytical points, facts, figures, give a very balanced answer, then this is definitely something quite easy. It's not very difficult.
Thank you for such a detailed and honest answer, ma'am. How to cover current affairs, because that's the most dynamic part in UPSC.
Yeah, definitely. So I feel that everyone should have a newspaper to read, a good newspaper to read. I would suggest maybe the Hindu or Indian Express, because it's quite well written and they have very good editorial also. And the best part about reading these newspapers is also you actually figure out the style of writing. You also figure out your own style of writing, which is good, and good using good vocabulary, good paraphrases. So you'll pick it up. The more you read it, you'll pick it up how to write it in your own answers also. And more, apart from the newspapers, you should read every day. Even if you don't find the time for it, as you have this monthly current affair, which so many, I think, institutes provide. So I think that's really helpful, because sometimes there will be days when you cannot focus on reading every newspaper every day. So if you're not able to do that, then the monthly current affairs books are very helpful, and they're quite detailed. And so I remember reading in my time Vision, Insights. These are some of the things. I think there must be many more, Byju's, and so many more, I think, now. So I think you need to do your own research and find out which current affairs you should pick it up. But once you do, be consistent, and I think you should read it more than once, like going through current affairs, because it's actually so well written and it's so concise. You can go through it many times. So current affairs, I think, is always dynamic, and you cannot say that ek saal ka padh liya bas ho gaya. You can't do that. You have to keep updating yourself. So that's why I think newspapers is important, but the easier way out would also be this monthly current affairs.